And then Conley is next.
Hi, my name is Conley Watson, and I live here. I'm on 140 East Fox Lane, Harstine Island. And understand we got something new. I'm a registered voter here in Mason County, but I think with the county now, if you're not born here, you got to prove you're a citizen. So I'm a citizen, believe me. I just want you all to know that. And I intend to vote back to the voter today. Thank you. I've been in very much contact with Mr. Lance since last March, when I first heard about this fiasco coming into our town. And I have 5 subjects to talk on, so I got about a minute for each one. But I'm going to try and get through them first. You better be glad I didn't read the whole notebook, because you wouldn't be here till Christmas. So here we go. First one is Mr. Lance. He already knows what I'm going to talk about, so he can jump up at any time and correct me if I'm wrong. This project is a design and build. Now that scares the bejeebers out of me right off, because the design part is Babcock and Wilcox. They're the boiler manufacturers. The design, yes, that will be supervised and engineered by Adage. But when you do a design and build, you can put in change orders like they're going out of style. Fact is, they've already put one in or made a choice on one. My first project is the first change they made that I caught on to was when I first speak to Mr. Gaston here and at the board meeting. He's the CEO of Adage. They were going to use a startup of natural gas. Well, I talked to him last week in the office there, and they changed their mind. They're going to go to diesel. They're going to have a tank there, 55,000 gallon diesel tank there. For whatever reason, I have no idea. It's fire pump, emergency generator. I don't know what they're going to do with it. But natural gas would be the first choice. And even Mr. Lance and I, our own personal opinion is yes. Sooner or later, they're going to have to bring it in. They might as well bring it in now. Mr. Gaston's comment was, it costs too much. Well, they got a lot of money to put this darn thing in. I don't want to wait 2 years down the road and have us come to us as the county or the city and say, you got to put it in. We don't want to put it in. Let them put it in. The next thing is, I checked up a lot of things, and I talked to Mr. Lance about this. The National Electrical Code and the Fire Code. My first thing, and I'll read this to you, 2 more new questions. I wrote this to Mr. Lance. It just came up. After reading more on the boilers, I did make a few calls, and I ran into the office to Adage and asked a few more questions to Mr. Gaston. I was first asked of the model number of the boiler they planned to use, and they had no idea what it was. So then I said, is it underwriters agreed? Is it checked by them? No, that's not it. I then asked for the approval of why they were going to go to diesel. They had a choice of natural gas, propane, or low sulfur diesel. They chose diesel. I'm sorry, that means I got what?
You have 2 minutes left.
Okay, I'll hurry on through this. I did talk to Mr. Lance on that. They will correct the boiler down the line. They're taking an existing boiler and they're correcting it by Babcock and Wilcox. And then sooner or later, it will have to be tested and approved. Because I asked Mr. Lance how if you can approve and certify a boiler that hasn't been tested yet. So they will test it down the line, but I'm going to stay in touch with that gentleman sitting up there, and he well knows it. Thank you very much.